Hi, it's Ida here. If you remember, I did two previous reaction videos to French Baguette Intelligence 2 videos about humor. Now this caught my attention. I have been reading a lot of articles related to this topic. Video games. Do video games cause violence? I don't know. Does playing GTA suddenly give you an urge to slaughter some pigs? So without further ado, let's get right into this reaction video because I have a lot of words to say, and then we'll discuss it. Volke? Dogs first crushes a black boy posts image getting drowned by a woman? Not the joke. Volke, you know that's not the joke. Is it funny you cringe beta cook Frenchie? Some people will call this funny offensive. Okay, of course I'm using on that. Oh god, if he's like in this debate, this is gonna be a really hard watch. Just saying, if he's in this debate, this is gonna be another hard watch. Volke's such a Discord mod. Oh, slow down. I go out, but I'm mostly on the phone because the streets are pestered with cringy, narcissistic, fat, ugly sluts with shallow lives such as you always virtue signaling or whining because only pathetic simps, soy boys, and redacted like them. So they have no choice but to get effed by redacted or live off TikToks or OnlyFans to pretend to have dignity. I prefer to not interact with them and focus on the grind? What grind, Volke? Holy, you can't be effed to sell your nudes because your indecent buttocks already gave them away to some cringy beta cook borderline pedo disco what? And got them leaked. You dumb Jesus Christ. It took one joke for this guy to completely blow off the lid, which is ironic because in the last video he was all about dark humor, which we've already went over, which wasn't even humor. So, you know, him claiming to be this comedic genius only to like blow the lid off over one joke. That is so unhealthy. Ah, Volke, please go touch grass. I command you. I take back what I said. Volke is funny, but not when he's joking. Like that rage, that whole rant he went on. Volke actually does make me laugh. Oh no. The other boys don't want to date me because they like the Zelda guy whose name is Zelda, but supposed to protect themselves. Yeah. Thanks for the correction. No, I can't. No, I cannot at all. I cannot see where they're coming from when they're talking about, because it's not the video games. It's the people. It's the people who play the video games. I mean, yeah, there's been a correlation, but it's more to do with the people who play them. And the fact that a lot of people are addicted to playing video games, which could cause like a lot of issues. What? I mean, I don't know. That's all they do. Why don't they just play the video games themselves? What are you talking about? Again and again. Alright, I need to read this. Says the pathetic loser, depending on the salary of his girlfriend, LMAO. How do you even sleep knowing every hour you spend gaming? That disgusting harlot of yours is probably getting effed by some alpha chat that her father would like more than you. Why are you thinking about alpha chats? And I love how I used, like, the term harlot, like I didn't just use a couple of curse words in a couple of videos previously. Beta cook degenerate. IF female dogs married to cooks like you for breakfast? My guy, if you're going to be as LARP as some cheap Chad, at least hide your simping for cheating harlots, you pathetic, dumb, effing, stupid, beta sip cringe lord. I take back everything I said about this guy. I said this guy's not funny, he has no sense of humor, but he makes me laugh. His meltdowns sure bring joy to my day. Wow, he's so unhinged. He's actually unhinged. He's like bold, but like he's serious. And may I remind you that this guy is supposed to be 24? I've never seen a 24-year-old act like this. He's a really unique person. Unique for a reason. I know, right? Cope harder, you blind cooked simp. Yeah, because honestly, I mean, I would love to have a good laugh. But anyway, let's move on. Exactly. It's not about the video game itself. I mean, you know, this point is like, if you interrupt someone when they're doing something like they're really focused on, they're gonna get really annoyed, but it's not like that all of a sudden they're violent or they want to stab you or something. It's just you know, video games require a lot of focus. They require a lot of brain power. A lot of them often do. And they, you know, also require for you to not get distracted. You know? It's like your parents telling you to pause an online game, but it's an online game, which means that it can never be paused. So that they tell you to do that so you can, you know, go do something. But you know that it's unpausable, so you're just annoyed because you're gonna have to leave your online game, which is still running, and that obviously would annoy you. I mean, like, the way the parents, you know, perceive kids who play video games could just, like, it's not even related to the video games. It's just, you know, the fact is that we expect kids to be, like, respectful 24/7. I think we sometimes forget that kids, you know, have emotions too, that are not just like happiness and crying, like, you know, when they get annoyed at their parents. for interrupting them when they were focused, like, in zone with their game. It's not like they're disrespectful or whatever. It's a completely valid human emotion. I like this guy. He's funny and he makes good points. That's a good argument, Bull. That's a really good argument. Oh. What does that got to do with anything? Exactly. Kids are not supposed to play those games anyway. That's the thing with parenting. Like, about, it's not the game's responsibility to, like, what, discipline the kid or tell the kid to not be violent. If the kid, like himself, picks out a violent game, that's on actually on the parents, for letting that happen. I mean, if, like, a kid, or if, like, a teenager playing, like, GTA makes them suddenly want to run over citizens, or, I don't know, kidnap women, then they probably already had those tendencies to begin with. Or in rare cases, it's just, like, really, really poor parenting, because you would not let that happen. But at some point, it no longer becomes the parent's responsibility, because as the kid grows up to be, like, a adult or adult adjacent, they start to make their own decisions. If they choose to play a violent video game, then they play a violent video game. But if they become violent because of that, which I don't think is the fault of the video game, then that's really just a you problem. I'm sorry. It's your fault. The video game didn't tell you to do this in real life. It's still on the parents. Yeah, exactly. Hello. You really think I'm gonna look that up? I love British people, man. They're so violent. Obviously, we have to stop this revolution. Based. Bad attitude? Because that's an insult. You give me a minute. Okay. When you tell people to get a life, that's an insult. It's an insult. It is. Like, imagine like someone who's like really struggling. And I don't know, they've been really struggling to like interact people, or they have like anxiety, or they stay in too often because they're too scared to interact with the real world or whatever, or they're like having some like mental issues. You're not gonna go tell them to get a life. Of course people who play video games will get defensive. Of course they will, because you're not, like, when you tell them to get a life, it's like, how are they supposed to take it if not an insult? Because you're not showing them any concern. Yeah, it's an insult. Oh, this guy's still here. Oh my, what? Oh, another one of his breakdowns. Let's read it. Maybe you would have a better memory if you didn't get your head banged every time your fat, redacted girlfriend pegs you. Proof. I thought that was just the guy, the animated guy, the character model. Yeah. It literally is. Oh, wow. I really don't see the difference. They do. They're very amusing. His like rants and random breakdowns about other people's relationships are very amusing, and they make me laugh very much. And I actually like hope to see more of his rants so I can have a good laugh. Okay. I really do think that yeah, yes it is. Oh, wait, what? 3 hours? Where has he been? I mean, as I said, there'll always be exceptions, you know, these like small, loud minorities of people who will, I don't know, throw a microwave at you if you say something bad. But it's not like, it's like not, big enough for it to be, you know, just to say that video games turn people homicidal or whatever. Also, this Funrear guy said that it's not a personal attack and nobody's criticizing you, but they say that it's not about the gaming, it's about the person who, they imply it, by saying this. No one criticized you. Gaming isn't bad. I love gaming. But some people do need to get a life. So it is personal then. It's still about the person. Because what are you criticizing them for then, if it's not about the person itself? So is it not like about whether video games cause violence, but whether the fact that some people are obsessed with video games? I will say that there, like, obviously addiction to anything isn't good. Like, addiction to video games can it can cause you to get addicted. When you get addicted, you will become restless. You won't be able to sleep well. you like start becoming sleep deprived. People who are sleep deprived, you know, they're tired, ironically, they focus less. They are less aware of their surroundings, and they're like more prone to like mood swings, and more prone to eventually aggression if it continues. And also you could, you know, you isolate yourself from other people so you can continue with your video games, which causes and you have no friends, so you start to become lonely. Like you sit there for a very long time, you don't move much, so your physical health decreases as well. And, you know, with that, sleep deprivation, mood swings, which leads to aggression, social isolation. You become aggressive, and you damage your relationships. And then you may see like this desensitization to violence. It doesn't make you violent. It just makes you desensitized to it. But this is not about the video games. This is about the addiction. It's about addiction. It's not the video games itself. It's not like, it's like whether you are addicted to it, it's honestly, it's a you thing. It's not the company's fault that you know, you couldn't move for 16 hours because you were so glued to the video game. Oh, you're still here. Okay, what does a Chad gamer look like? What? I mean, he's basically the full package. He's racist, he's sexist, and he goes on meltdowns whenever he's slightly inconvenienced, whether it's via a joke at his expense, a very light-hearted one, albeit, or someone correcting him. Is there anything else about Volke? He's literally perfect. I just died of your arms tonight. Mr. Wayne. Proof. I can't believe it. I've never would have suspected. I wonder what were the clues before that. We know, Volke. If you don't even acknowledge they exist. You really do. Because they're funny. Hi. That was so much fun. That was so much fun to watch. I really love that discussion. So, another great video, and I'm gonna give my, I guess, conclusive thoughts to this. Video games don't cause violence. Like, as we said, if people, like, suddenly start stabbing people because of a video game, it's because they were like, they had those thoughts in the first place. Like about the people who, you know, end up developing like sleep deprivation and become aggressive because of their addiction to video games. It has nothing to do with the video games, because if it was like someone who was addicted to something less harmful, like the internet or, you know, their phones, it wouldn't be it would still be the same case. Like a place where somebody's addicted to someone is gonna mess up their minds. It's not video games that morph your mind, it's the addiction that, like, it's the feeling that you associate with video games. I mean, obviously there was like bad representation of female characters, but it's not just in video games. And also there are a lot of good representation of female characters. That was it for this video, this reaction video. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!